तो कल हम लोग जो है ना ये आइडेंटिटीज देख रहे थे। ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिकल आइडेंटिटीज यहाँ तक हम लोगों ने कर ली थी। और आज जो है हम लोग इसके आगे करने वाले। आइए चलो देखते हैं कि इसको आज हम लोग कैसे इसमें एक्चुअली कुछ जो है ना आइडेंटिटीज हैं जो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। और मैं चाहूंगा कि ये आइडेंटिटीज तो आपको पूरी तरीके से याद कर लेनी चाहिए। तो आज का क्लास स्टार्ट करते हैं। आज की डेट है 16 जून 2026। तो जो इम्पोर्टेंट हमारी आइडेंटिटीज हैं ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिकल, उसको आज देखते हैं कि आखिर ये क्या है। करेक्ट। जैसे कि साइन स्क्वायर थीटा प्लस कॉस स्क्वायर दैट इज इक्वल टू 1। हाँ, ये बेसिकली आप प्रूव भी कर सकते हो। जैसे कि साइन स्क्वायर क्या हुआ आपका, p/h स्क्वायर प्लस b/h स्क्वायर। दिस इज परपेंडिकुलर डिवाइडेड बाय hypotenuse and this is base divided by hypotenuse. And what is this? This is basically your p square plus b square upon h square. By Pythagoras theorem, we already know that h is nothing but p square plus b square for any right angle triangle. Correct. So this will give you basically 1. तो आप इनको आप प्रूव भी कर सकते हो, बट आई विल जस्ट राइट डाउन द आइडेंटिटीज। 1 plus tan square theta is basically your sec square. These identities are going to be used very often. करेक्ट। तो थोड़ा सा आप इनको याद कर लीजिए तो आपको काफी देन साइन 2 theta is nothing but sine theta cos theta. Correct. Then very important, cos. What is cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta is basically 2 cos square theta minus 1 or 1 minus 2 sine square theta. And this can be written as cos square theta minus sine square theta also. Correct. Then you have to remember this thing. Sine A plus minus B, just use the sign as applicable. Sine A cos B plus minus cos A sine B. Likewise, cos A plus minus B is nothing but cos A cos B minus plus. Here you have to remember the sign. When left hand side it is plus, then here right hand side it is minus. Correct. Then this is your 7, this is your 8. Sine C plus sine D. What is this? Sine A plus B. Sine C plus sine D. That is equal to 2 sine C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Then sine C minus sine D. What is this? This is basically 2 sine C minus D by 2 cos C plus D by 2. Correct? Then your cos C plus cos D. What is this? This is basically cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Correct? And then cos C minus cos D is 2 sine D minus C. Here, basically, D minus C is there. Then sine C plus D by 2. Remember all these things. You cannot escape from remembering this. So you remember as soon as possible, because they are going to help a lot everywhere. Is tan A plus minus B is tan A plus minus tan B. 1 minus plus tan A tan B. So these are identities which you must remember. If you are in class 9th, if you are in class 10th, whatever class you are in, please remember these identities. Correct? Now, another important thing you must see from the point of view of physics, that is binomial theorem. Binomial from the physics point of view I will only tell there is 1 plus minus x. Suppose you have this type of expression, then expansion of this is 1 plus minus nx plus n n n minus 1 upon 2. This is basically 2 factorial. Okay? And that is x square and so on. Correct? N factorial is defined as n minus 1, like that. This thing means, suppose if you want to find out factorial 4, means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and that is 24. So factorial is defined like this. Okay. Now, this is your this thing. Let us now, mm, suppose you have 1 plus 1 plus minus x. It is minus n. Power is minus n. Then what you are going to do? That then it is nothing but it will be just opposite of this thing, plus n, n plus 1, 2 factorial, x square, and like, correct. Huh. Now, if x is quite less than 1, then we can approximate, because higher power of x will be very small, very small, means they will be almost negligible. So, अगर ये x is quite less than this thing, then we can write this thing as this expression as 1 plus minus n. ठीक है? We should neglect higher powers. We should neglect higher powers. Likewise, 1 plus minus x minus n. Then we can expand like this, plus minus. Here, just put minus n. What it will become? This will become minus plus nx. With the help of this, you can find out, suppose, what is this? This you can always write as, correct? Correct. Now, just remember certain points. If n is positive, then this expression will have n plus 1 terms. Correct? And if n is negative, then this expression will have infinite terms. Correct? And if n is a fraction, then also it will have, correct? Generally, in higher classes, whenever something comes, you are supposed to know all these things. Then only, so that's why if you are in ninth class, 10th class, please remember these things. Correct? As I told you, the sooner you remember, the better it would be. So we have seen binomial expression. You can now let us go further. Suppose if I ask you calculate 1001 to the power 1 by 3. Now, such type of questions, basically, if you see, they just see how you are going to solve this. How you are going to, with the help of binomial expression, you can solve this like this. This you can write it as 1 correct? You can write this thing as like this. And now what to do? This, 10 to the power 3, 1 by 3, 1 plus, or this is basically, this will become 10. Correct? Now, this you can approximate with the help of binomial expression. That is your 10, 1 plus 1 by 3 into 0.001. And this will give you 10.00335. This is how you can do. Now, just think, let us expand 1 plus minus 3. If we want to expand this 1 plus x minus 3, what we are going to do? We have to take the help of binomial this thing. This we can write as like this. 1 plus minus 3 x plus minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 x square plus minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 minus 3 minus 2 upon 3 factorial, then x cube, like that. So this expression can become minus 3x plus 6 minus 10 and plus so on. Correct? Now today, let us learn about a little bit graph also. In physics, actually, graphs are very important. And for understanding graph, a little bit of coordinate geometry is required. And we have to see, for understanding coordinate, we have to, this Cartesian coordinates system, we have to understand. These are two x and y, these are orthogonal axis and any point that can be represented on this. And if it has got x and y coordinate, that means this distance is x, from y axis, it is the distance of x, and from x axis, this distance is y. Correct? So this is how we plot the things on the coordinate axis. Basically, this is it. Now, suppose we have a we have a straight line like this. Then this straight line is basically defined as y is equal to mx plus c. Then what is m? M is basically slope. That is basically slope. Slope with the x-axis. Correct? This is tan theta. And what is this? This ordinate? This ordinate is c because y is equal to mx plus c. When x is 0, when x is 0, then y is nothing but c. That's why this c is the intercept. This line is cutting on the y-axis. Correct? Now, these angles, as I have already told, that if the angle is anti-clockwise, then these are positive. Anti-clockwise angles are positive, and clockwise angles are negative. Correct? As far as this line is concerned, we can have the line in two. Suppose you have, what about if c is 0, then your y is equal to mx. That means c is 0 means the line is going through origin. This is your origin and its coordinate are 0, 0. And what is this line? Y is equal to mx. Correct? And this is your angle. Here it is theta, and here theta is less than 90 degree. That means tan theta is positive. Suppose you have line like this. This is also y is equal to mx, but here m dash you can say. Here m dash is suppose tan this angle. This angle is suppose alpha. M dash is nothing but tan alpha. But here alpha is basically lying between, and in that case tan alpha will be negative because in the second coordinate, second quadrant, your tan is basically negative, or you can say your slope is negative. Correct? So remember one thing, if you have slope like this, lines like this, they have positive slope. And if you have lines like this, they have negative slope. Correct? It is very easy to plot any line. Suppose you have an equation 2y is equal to 3x plus 2, or y is equal to 3 by 2 x plus 1. Just if you are asked to plot this, so what you have to do? You have to find out the corner. When x is 0, eh, then y is equal to 1. And when y is equal to 0, then your x is basically minus 2 by 3. Correct? Because 0 is equal to 3 by 2 x plus 1, or 3 by 2 x is equal to minus 1, or x is equal to minus 2 by 3. So now you can plot it. Just plot these points. X is 0, y is 1. So this is your point 0, 1. And x is minus 2 by 3, and y is 2. These 2 points are just, you have to just join this. So this is your line, and this is your y is equal to 3 by 2 x plus 1. Correct. What is this intercept? This is 1. So this is how you can find. What is the slope of this? Slope is basically tan theta is 3 by 2, and here it is positive, because I told you all these lines, this type of line, they will have positive slope. Correct? Now, suppose you are given a line is there which is parallel to x-axis. Suppose this is 6. And a line is there which is parallel to y-axis. Suppose this is C dash. So what are these lines? These lines are, this is basically y is equal to C. Correct? And what is this line? This is basically x is equal to C dash. Now, let me give you some idea about parabola also. Parabola is very important figure. You will come across very often. The general equation, we can write it as x square plus bx. This type of equation are basically for the power. Like in a straight line, you have seen linear relationship between x and y. Here it is quadratic, and provided a should not be 0, because if A is 0, then that will be a straight line. Correct? Now, if A is greater than 0, then your parabola, this will be opening upwards. Then A is less than 0, then opening downwards. And A is equal to 0, then of course it's a straight line. So let us not A is. Now suppose C is suppose 0. Then your parabola will pass through origin. Correct? Opening upwards means suppose you have y is equal to x square. Now here A is greater than 0 means it is positive. So these are your, and here basically you see C is also 0. Correct? B is also 0. So here it will pass through origin and it will open upward. This will be your correct. Now suppose same thing is like this, x is equal to y square. Then again A is positive. In that case, basically your parabola will be like this. Now it is y square means y can have two values for the same value of x. This is your x is equal to y square. Correct? So this is the meaning of upward opening. And suppose you have, let us see, downward opening. Downward opening means suppose y is equal to minus x, then you will have downward opening like this. Correct? So this is now you can have any kind of this thing. Suppose you have A can be greater than 0, A can be less than 0. Your C can be there. Suppose you can take C as y is equal to x square plus 4. Then naturally when x is 0, y is 4, then your here A is greater than 0. So here suppose this is your what? This is your 0 and 4. And A is since A is positive, it will be opening upward, but like this. So any type of shape can come. So I hope that this today's class, you must have learned a lot of things. Remember all these things. My point is because these things are essentially required that you should know at each and every time. They are very helpful. All these things, whatever I have taken up, they are very helpful. So let us close the today's class. We will meet again in the next lecture of